Another question from David, who basically asked, how different would soulbinds be if you took your soulbind into Torghast as a compatriot and you strengthen your bond with them by enduring through trials together? And what I'm going to say is, I'm not necessarily super focused on that in a Torghast context, but I think the idea of, your soulbinds being these characters that you can go out into the world and do stuff with, I think that's way better. Personally, I think what this Shadowlands soulbind system really would have needed to have actually been experientially successful and live up to the name of soulbind. I mean, soulbind. That's more hardcore than marriage. Marriage is, you got you set up your stuff and you're married. But soulbind? God damn, that's big implications. We're binding our souls. But why do I feel less connected to my soulbind than I did to some of my champions from my garrison mission table in Warlords of Draenor, where, in that mission table, I got to go and do a little quest line with those characters, and I could bring the bodyguard characters, I could bring them out in the world with me. They'd actually be useful in that world.
They had abilities.
Yeah.
That you pressed. But I think it's, the answer there is time and budget constraints, because I just thought it would tie a lot of the problems I think you have with Shadowlands and a lot of your solutions to problems being, the reps. So imagine this. Instead of, or maybe in addition to Venari, you have your 3 soulbinds chilling out after you unlock them. And you go, right, you're with me. Do stuff with them. Do whatever content that's solo. Upgrade rep with them slowly but surely. And then they have unique quests. Because here's the thing that bugged me the most about them. Remember when you actually soulbind for the first time? And it was like, oh, this is a big process, And as soon as you're done, they're like, whoa, you've lived such a life. You've been in 500 wars. That's how you've saved the world a million times. You've killed gods. That's such a life. And your character's like, I don't know what any of my soulbinds have done. I've heard a little bit here and there. I've heard obviously there's dialogue from Pelagos. There's a couple of bits in the memory world quest from them. But it's like, my character canonically knows everything that all of these characters have been through in their entire life. And I don't know any of it. So if I could go on a quest with them, at the end of the quest, I see a flashback from their life, so I understand what's happening, then all of a sudden I need to spend time with them. I need to know. I need to feel soulbound to them. Not that my character's soulbound to them. That's, I guess, the important part there.
So if I was to transform this into a feature request, or just to say something I'd like to see, maybe in patch 9.2, but a system where each soulbind has, got from, neutral to exalted doesn't make sense with someone you soulbound with.
Yeah.
The same thing. That basically is a bit like an old school rep. They could be different for each soulbind and whatever way makes sense for that character. And give us a way to actually go and quest with these guys. Bring them out in the world with us. And let's go. Let's actually make them good characters that we care about. Because right now, it ain't going to happen. So, I think that's that one.